Yes.
Hi, Ram.
Nice to see you online.
Yes, after a long time.
Yes, this is a specific instruction by Swami. So, welcome again to Quantum Ascension, 7:30 IST, Viswaroopa Sai Darshan. This is
Today I'm seeing your face. Oh, thank you, Brother Julius. Oh, nice to see you. Oh, I always wanted to see you. Thank you, Sai Ram, brother.
nice, so nice.
Yes, it's nice to see you.
I can feel my consciousness of the monad expanding fully now. In joy, peace, and love.
And peace and love to you as well. Oh, wonderful to hear from you.
So good to see you, Brother Julius.
Yes, a lot of us will be feeling it more and more. And be ready because we are actually going upwards. There's a lot of, there's a bit of resistance. Can you all hear? Can you all hear clearly?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of breakthroughs, resistance, and it's, I have to congratulate the monad that they have successfully break through many layers. I have to officially say to all of you, give yourself a round of applause and well done. Yeah, it's many layers. If you go back to a few years' time, it's actually a very expanded. You have covered so much, yeah, in such a short time. Okay, now today's big topic. This is actually a very big topic. I never dreamt that this is ever possible to speak about this experience because I have had a few Viswaroopa Darshan before, one in America, one in Malaysia, one in India also. And this one is Swami told me to share the experience of Viswaroopa Darshan. Okay, I think you all have seen how a Viswaroopa kind of look like, right? 1,000 heads and arms, thousands, even goes to millions because it's the cosmos. The size of the cosmos, right? It's very huge. So it covers the entire cosmos. I think you can imagine that first. It is million arms, million, all is him actually, yeah, all is him. But the thing difficult is, first, it's full of light, it's very blinding light, okay? You need to really put effort to see in order to see some kind of shape. The other thing is, the energies that comes through it's multi-layered energies. So it can come in many layers. Whichever your weak point, you'll be hit. You will feel some kind of push back. Yeah, you don't know what it is, but your front, your best bodies are all in front, and you will feel some kind of a hit and goes back. Yeah. Okay, now when that happens, don't react. Just relax and see it as it is. What is it? Identify it. Identify it, and after that, the more conscious you are of it, the more you're going to transmute that energy into light. It's just a matter of awareness because you don't have to push it up because the pressure is already up, okay? Every energies of the earth is rising already. So you don't have to push it up. You just have to, what do you need to do? Anyone?
Be in the present.
Be in the present. Be aware. What is it? Say it as it is. Don't add salt, don't judge, don't say right, don't say wrong, don't say good, don't say bad. Don't need to say any of that. You are not there yet to see all this. Maybe after a while, okay, see from top, then it makes more sense. Yeah? Otherwise, it's just too narrow. Too, you can't get much information like this.
I'm a bit confused, brother, there. Don't say anything is a little bit confusing to me for a practical life.
Sure.
Can you please explain for me so that I can understand better?
Sure. Thank you for your question. All right. An energy comes. It's a new energy. New as in new negative energy, maybe. New negative energy comes towards you. You have to see it as it is. Don't judge. Don't say that this energy is a good energy, or this energy is bad energy, or this is a wrong energy. Don't comment on it. Just look at the energy. Just look at it. Yeah? When you look at it, you will start seeing things you haven't seen before. New revelations, new discoveries.
You're telling us just to experience, that's it? Just experience and be a witness, that's it.
Be a witness. Be a witness. Watch.
Thank
Because
you.
it will
Thank you.
keep unfolding. If you judge it, it becomes stuck. You can't open. But if you see it as it is, it opens by itself eventually. I mean, it's very fast, so it's not too long. Yeah? Immediately it opens. Then you see the next layer. Watch the next layer, next layer. After all that, you might discover a gem. Don't be surprised, okay? Don't be surprised if there's a gem there for you. Take that gem, proceed back to light.
Sorry for the interruption, but we already found the gem. I'm seeing it crystal clear and hearing it sound clear.
Wow, awesome, great. See the gem. The gem is amazing, huh? Full of light. Let it be full of light. Let it be you. You are the light. See the light within you fully, all over your body. You are this light. If you can see it, you have seen yourself. If you have not seen it, maybe you have felt yourself. Yeah, you can feel yourself out. Okay. All right. I'd like to share with you how I came to this Viswaroopa Darshan, which is very phenomenal and very important for our real discovery of who he is. Because I have, in several attempts in the craft, tried to encourage everyone to look at this Viswaroopa, because it's the ultimate, yeah, to be able to see that. So I've always encouraged everyone to see this as much as possible every time you go. But when we go, a lot of times we have to focus, right? We have to focus on what we need to do at that time. So we totally dive into trying to extract as much information as possible. Yeah. Okay, now, how did I end up there? This is after a long story. I think this is something I should share. I think Swami wants me to share this also. When we started this Akhanda Rudra Parayana, April 4th, and then after 11 rounds of 11 days, that is 130 over days of Rudra chanting. Once we completed that, Swami put me on assignment right away. Physical assignment, as in go out and do some physical work after the corona, right? So I was guided to proceed up north, immediately go into a very pretty much abundant place, abundant by everyone, and I find a person inside. And this person is a very nice person, I would say. Very heart-centered person who truly loves Swami to the depths, who no one knows. And I found myself there with him, and I'm just wondering, wow, this man must be really important, huh? Because Swami sent me right away the next day to meet this man. And I have to drive very far, and I have to cross bridges and take jetties to go to find this place. Okay, let me backtrack a bit. In between this Global Rudra Akanda Parayana, something happened also. Viswaroopa Sai's darshan was given to me at that time, a very concentrated one. So when he was there, I took every opportunity to merge with him, because that's my goal anyway in life. I don't have any other goal. I'm not interested in any other goal. I just want to merge into him. And I got kicked out by Swami. And of course, it's a loving kick. And I'll be rolling for a while, and I heard this very clear instruction. Go and learn about brotherhood of man first. And then as I was driving towards the north, I knew that this is the one I'm supposed to learn. And I went to meet him, and I heard him speak of Swami. The way he speaks of Swami will bring anyone to tears. It is his experience, his own experience, which he treasured so far, excuse me, and which kept him alive actually pretty much, yeah, because he's near suicidal many times. And Swami's thoughts, Swami's love guided him through. And here comes this Chinaman from KL all of a sudden. He couldn't believe, what is this man doing looking for me when no one sees him. There's no one for him actually. How is that? What is this guy doing here? And of course, I'm also learning so much at that time. I really learned what is love. Yeah. So, and sorry, I guess after that, when I felt this in my heart, my passage to Viswaroopa Sai is again open. Just one. I thought I have to clear like 100, 1,000 of them, before I can reach, come back to the darshan. But when the road opened, I couldn't believe it. I said, maybe there's something there also waiting for me to kick me out. So I'm just holding on to the, I don't run too fast, because when you run too fast, you get kicked very far. So I will go slowly, and I looked around, and I looked around, and I looked around, and I looked around for a long time. Why? Because I really want to relish this darshan. This darshan is everything. You have seen everything. Okay, maybe I can share with you some of the things I see. Okay, I'm going to start as if Viswaroopa is standing, and start from the top. Okay, top clockwise, go one round, and then ends at the top. Okay, this will be like an arati. Later, after I finish telling you, you all can imagine an arati going at this passage. Okay, this has never been done before. This is something that was shown to me earlier, and I need to. It takes time for me to really understand how far this is. Okay, so the first Viswaroopa Sai Darshan, as in the first one that is becomes so clear. Okay, every portion of it is clear. The top is actually Brahma. Okay, Brahma, five-headed Brahma, not the one. It's right in the middle, and it is standing like this. And from the top head, it's where the supreme power comes of creation. This is actually called the Supreme Creator by the Pleiadians, by Federation of Light, of the Council of Elders. They all call the same. This is the Supreme Creator. So that's the top. Okay, then it goes down here, and this is one head. Then there's another head, another head, another head. Okay, there's so many heads. Okay, why the heads are necessary? Because the heads are the best part of that character. Okay, if your character is fierce, if you're a fierce avatar, and your face will become very fierce. Yeah. And if you are a studious avatar, one who is a lot of wisdom, your face will look like a wisdom person, right? So it goes on like this, according to the energy. Now, how many energies are there? 12 energies, 12 sides, okay? So these are rays, it's like rays. Those people who are into the light works, they know these rays. They study about it. Stone and IM University, all this, they study this, yeah, full rays, each use of each rays. Okay, this is the rays coming through. Then there is the hands. Now the hands, they are not doing work as you think it is, yeah, not that kind of work. Their kind of work is like Tai Chi, you know, they play with energies. Their main job is actually to see the direction of the flow. That's all. Okay, sometimes the flow is a bit too side and then it turns, and sometimes it makes pattern. So the direction of the flow is controlled by the hands. Okay, and the hands comes out, when it reaches out, it penetrates many layers and it goes into many other people's hands. And these other people's hands, right? Who are they? They are those people who surrender to God. They surrender to God. I say, God, work through my hands. So those energies will come through. Okay, it's very obvious actually. Energetically, you can see the colors very easily. So these hands, whatever they touch, it has a very expansion energy, which really is the same energy in 360 form. Okay. Okay, now the waist. The waist is very interesting. This side waist. The waist is federations actually. The federations are on the waist. Those galactic, all those, you know, they are set up, their order and their integrity and divinity, and you know, it's all manifested at the waist. Okay, and these ways are very, very colorful. It's a very colorful aura. The way is all aura. And the end of the day, it's not physical. Don't try to imagine him physical. You can do that, but allow more play on the energy. Okay, the energy part is more real actually. Yeah. energetic part is more real. Try to learn how to identify the energy. I'm in a way giving you guys a crash course on how to get this lesson. All right. So learn to identify the energies, and if you can see, all the great, all the better. Yeah. But you have to know that whatever you saw can change anytime. You can change shape, you can change colors. You know, you can do wonders. Yeah. So allow for movement when you see. Okay. Now the legs. Oh my God, this is the part I cannot see. This is the part which is very difficult to accept. Down there are the reptilians. Some of them is some portion. It is actually not the entire feet. It is actually like a ring, on the feet. And this ring inside is written on the reptilian codes, draconians, grays, all that. Okay, now, and you have to remember when you look at it, it's not you're looking at something that's stagnant, like a ring here in the world. It is energetics, it's moving. So that thing is moving. So when it moves, you can actually watch the movie. You can see actually something being played there. Okay? And of course, I have to see something being played because I'm supposed to look into it. This is how it works. Whatever that's been highlighted to you, it will be something which you need to work on. You need to look at. You need to look at in a more conscious way so that you don't get stuck again inside. Okay, so you watch it with more consciously. This event, this story. Okay. So I was watching, and I saw myself. I saw myself from young, how I was when I was born. I was born with a knowing. I can see dimensions actually. I can see souls. I can see many. I'm not really bothered about it because it's like a second nature. Okay, they're around, and I know that. So when I grow up, I naturally tend to have crowds around me. Crowd as in, I don't know, you call them followers, or people who like to follow. Yeah. So wherever I go, there's some kind of crowd. Yeah. And I noticed, I remember when I was 14 years old, I was walking the streets of, because I was studying in Singapore, the Orchard Street. When I was walking, there's about 300 people behind me. I was only 14 years old. And these 300 people are not with ties and suit. They are a bit rowdy. So I don't know, this is an energy which has been there. And I realized that, you know, if I want to do bad, I can really do bad. I can do so much bad. And I don't even know that it's bad in the first place. Because it's like second nature. And along the way, Swami was holding me. And I could see that. I can see from this story that Swami is holding this boy who has one yearning maybe to know God. That's the only yearning he has. And somehow Sathya Sai Baba has come and he has brought this boy and he has been guiding him how to pray, how to meditate, how to be a good person, how to practice non-violence, how to serve. He taught and I followed. Right? So I learned so many things. And along the way, I guess maybe Swami was happy with my result. So he upgraded me. He upgraded me. I think he opened my third eye more because earlier I guess my third eye is already open, but I don't know what he did. Yeah. So I had an incredible experience on the seventh chakra. That is like full oneness with God. That experience is forever. Is forever. That experience is timeless. Is oneness. So I know that this is a possibility, and I know also that Swami just gave me a glimpse. He just gave me a glimpse. After that, up to you. What do you want to do? And I can tell you, after that experience, I dropped everything. I didn't want anything. I even resigned. Resigned from a very high potential job. To be with the tycoons. I just resigned. And I know that this oneness with God is the answer to all. And so, I guess right now we are in this process, and I can see that if anything, I was a reptilian which is transformed by Swami. That's what it is. But of course, along the way, I have made many attempts, attempt to be good, and the reptilian tendency pulls me, and I want to be, with Swami, and so that's a bit of this going on. Yeah. But still, to realize, to come to this point today, Swami asking me to announce my experience. It is a realization. It's a realization that I am a reptilian. And I learned from this guru because I yearn for that. Okay, how do you prove you're a reptilian? I can tell you a lot about them. A lot. I know a lot of them. And I know a lot of them are also struggling. They are also trying to rise. They are also knowing that there's this phenomenon happening. And they are trying in every way to come up and to be part of this. And why they are so eager to come up, to be part of this, when the possibility of war is there, when the possibility of being shot at is very high, why do you want to be part of this? Because it's already been said that there will come one day where all civilizations from the entire cosmos will come together as one, no difference anymore, no fight, no difference. The time has come for this. So they know, the reptilians also know. So a lot of them are actually ready. And to join in this oneness. This oneness is necessary, is very necessary, this oneness. It's time for it. And in this oneness, you will see the entire Earth move into the fifth dimension. So the fifth dimension is largely full of light, full of love, joy, peace, oneness, synchronicity. And this is the one which Swami was looking for quite a while at the 5D Earth co-create with consciousness, with full consciousness actually. Yeah. So you are able to go through life in the fifth dimension with consciousness right there with you. Before, you create without consciousness. You're conscious of certain range, but you're not including the larger. Yeah? Of course, many are now doing that. They are having a sustainable place, and they are connecting to the earth in a different way, in a more oneness with all animals and insects. Yeah, with this kind of awareness, you're co-creating with awareness. Before, co-creating without awareness, without consciousness. Yeah? So now you shift into the new. Now you're in the 5D. Okay, now is the time. Now is the time that we should experience all this. Yeah, just have to know how to experience it. Okay, any questions or comments, sharings? Anyone?
There is a question in the chat, brother.
We've got a lot of private chats. Okay. Okay, are reptilians having lower frequency than ordinary human? Okay, now first of all, I think it's time for us to start opening ourselves to the possibility of realizing that many of the so-called humans are not really human. There are many divine beings incarnated. There are star seeds, there are indigo child, there is crystal child, there are rainbow warriors. We are, it's a showdown of the galaxy. There's so many beings on this earth, it's crazy. Because I've seen from small other spirits. So as I grow, the light changes, I can see. And now it's, archangels are here with swords. Of course, when I say sword, it means they have the power of wisdom of words which can pierce right through. I know that. Okay. All right. Lower frequencies. So yes, they have lower, but then again, you have to find out where are you, your vibrational field. You know, sometimes your vibrational field can be very low. When you're full of negativity, it's very low. It can be lower than them. Of course, it's okay. Okay, now if we go into dimensions. Okay, the reptilians are largely the fourth dimension. The fourth dimensions are actually pushed out because there was a certain event that happened before and they needed to do that. And the Federation of Light came and actually covered the entire Earth, third dimension, and it's largely the third dimension. So the fourth dimension is actually outside the Earth protection grid. And when the fourth dimension reptilians, they still can participate on the earth. Okay, whatever that you, sometimes you feel, they have a way of influencing people. They have a way of influencing people. And they actually have this large coverage over you. Yeah? So if they want to influence, they can do it. But of course, they are super intelligent. They're very high in terms of um, abilities. They have a lot of capabilities. So they are able to penetrate into any behavior. You can penetrate into and direct it. Okay. Okay. So let me share with you what is their very one of the main thing they use. It's actually fear. They have a way of creating fear, and that fear is not. It's very powerful. It's like a center. You know, if there's a temple, there's a center. Right? And that thing is just radiating fear. Okay. So the reptilians are largely, you know, they like to install fear. They like to spread it, try to expand as much as possible. Yeah. But I know that from Swami's love, it's actually Swami's love is the one that really moves, dissolves the fear. That's why Swami say, why fear when I'm here? He is here to dissolve the fear. So he came and he brought everyone together and to actually have finally a great showdown of everyone and to actually officially participate in this entire unfoldment of the galaxy. I think this was written somewhere a few days back. It was on my Facebook page. You can actually check. There is actually an invitation to sit on the board already. Yeah. All this information actually goes only at the right place at the right time. Yeah? So all are highly synchronized. All these messages are highly synchronized to your own development as a monad. So the monad's development is actually very well structured. The entire how this thing happened. Okay. Any questions? Sharing. Wow, nice.
Sairam, brother.
Sairam, yes.
I wanted to ask, you know, the way, I'm not too sure how it is in the East, but in the West, there is a lot of psychological illnesses, depression, anxiety disorders, and actually cognitive disorders as well, like ADD, ADHD, and so on. So would that be part of the 4D, like the reptilian kind of energy that's trying to surge? Or is it as a result of people kind of letting themselves go into darkness? How can we as light workers help to raise that energy, bring more light into that darkness?
Okay, thank you for that question. There are a lot of ADHD children. They are very highly capable. They have capability of connecting to the cosmos, to a particular frequency, civilization, and they are actually pretty much from there. They came from that space and they're broadcasting back to that space. Most of them are largely just to resonate that frequency. They don't do anything else. And to be able to resonate that frequency itself is a very beautiful thing. It's something which continues and continues, and it's a beautiful energy. It's pink. Okay, so it goes up and up. It's a matter of time before these children will be, a lot of support will come for them, and a lot of new discoveries will be known, will be discovered. Yeah, it's a very short time. Just in one year you can really see much. Yeah. Light workers, I think a lot of you were already being guided to did some light work with all the, ADHD and autistic, right? Yeah, both the centers, yeah, all around the earth. So there's a lot of light work already being done. Yeah. What you can do is, if you like, you can actually connect to them. Yeah, you can telepathically connect. You don't need to physically connect because they are very sensitive beings. Once they see you once, they will know. Okay, when you connect to them, they will know. So, and you can, next time you visit them again, you say, hey, last Tuesday I came and visited you at this time. Do you remember? Do you feel me? You'd be surprised. They can tell you exactly where you are. Okay? So, a lot of potential. So, I hope I answered you that.
Brother Julius,
Yes.
can I say something?
Sure.
Good morning. Yeah. One of the aspects about ADHD children is also that sometimes they may not be reptilians or lower frequency people. In fact, they could be people with higher frequencies and they just don't know how to adapt to earth frequencies. And they have such high energy, they're highly intelligent. They could be highly intelligent children who are just having a hard time adapting. So that's also something to remember. And I hope parents are not quick enough to have them on medications, etc. That's my humble opinion.
Yeah, a lot of the time, kids with ADHD, I'm not a doctor, they are higher frequencies. It's more in terms of, adults with depression and anxiety disorder and PTSD coming out like in their 40s now, and all those things suddenly coming up. We seem like, I don't know, maybe it's because of the of the world I work in, but it seems like, half of our population in North America is like, a sick population. And like with energy issues, lack of energy, lack of light, like a lack of, not too sure how to say that. Yeah, darkness, lack of light, not so much lack of knowledge, because in terms of 3D knowledge, they are all very, very educated people, professionals, but still there's that tendency of going into the blues, of being depressed, being low mood, and so on.
Yeah, I totally agree. I see them a lot of times in my hospital setting itself. I totally agree how prevalent that is. But I was so surprised when I learned that actually they have tendencies for suicidal ideation, they have depression, simply because they're not able to adjust to this 3D earth. And it was surprising when I found out about it. And so I'm looking out for them and trying to see, can I decipher it? Can I figure out, is it because they're not able to adjust, or is it because of different tendencies? Very hard to tease out, actually. And all we can do as light workers is be supportive, spread light like you're doing, Sister Vima. That's good. That's very good. That's commendable.
Thank you, both of you.
Thank you. Okay. I think I haven't finished yet with the Viswaroopa Sai Darshan. So after I was looking at the reptilian side, I realized that there is a part of me. Yeah, this is actually all a part of myself. Yeah, and when I look up, I could see myself also in the Galactic Federations. I've also seen myself in Sirius. I've seen myself in having kind of governing council. So there are a lot of myself I saw all over the body. After a while, I just realized what Swami says. You are God. Only I know, now you know. So in the same way, I feel everyone have their Viswaroopa and everyone is there. You are the one. And you is the you in everyone. I am the I. I am the I am of everyone. And I'm fortunate to be able to see it. To see, witness this. So I feel this is available now for everyone. And the next time we go on a craft, I pray that Swami, the Viswaroopa Sai Consciousness will manifest for everyone to see, even right now. Even right now, if you're able to project, able to understand or feel the energy behind this, if you can connect to it, you can already connect. You're already connecting to Him. And He's in you, in the Viswaroopa form. So I hope we are all able to feel and see this, witness this. The manifestation of Viswaroopa is pretty much everything, everyone. Everyone you see is Viswaroopa. Right? And everyone that you even your past, you will see it as God. It's actually all God. So when I accepted the reptilians, I saw full illumination the entire body. Because of that, I'm able to sit and still tell you all about this. It's very difficult to digest that part. Yeah? That part is something you don't want to tell, you want to ignore. Maybe. You cannot accept that part. You've been fighting with that part of yourself for so long. You know? So finally, you see it as it is, which is God. So finally, I saw that, and I was very grateful to Swami. I was very relieved. I feel like I am free. But I guess there is still a part now, where I tell it to all of you, so that everyone will get to enjoy this. Okay? All right. Any more last questions or comments?
Okay. Uh, when we are seeing I am in all, so what is the feel?
When I see When I say I am in all, there's no breath. I feel like eternal. Okay, I am in all. It's a moment. It's timeless. It's expansion. Your feeling also becomes expanded, becomes free, becomes flow. Your feelings, it's like complete. You feel complete. You think it's fulfillment. You feel fulfilled. You accepted yourself. You loved yourself. I am all. And this is how Swami is. He would just sit and be in this state. And I used to stare at him for a long time and just wondering what goes on in there. And I've got Swami. Swami, please let me experience. He would just laugh at me. And I would bug him, keep asking. And it is this, I am all. And he can go on like this, I am all, without any words. Looking. Okay, I hope I didn't mess up your questions.
Is it a constant state or is it like a come and go kind of thing?
If you want it to be, if you allow it to be, if you want it to be, it's a constant.
And still you operate just like the Swami used to operate normally, but he's always, of course, he is always constant. That's a different story. But as if nothing is off.
Well, I feel that if Swami allows, then you say, Swami, please be in my heart. Please be there inside me. Please be inside. Please be me. And
that is the oneness, right? Where is the Swami and being in me doesn't exist at that time. If I'm in that state, there is no Swami and there is no me, right?
Up to you. If you want it no, also can. If you have it with Swami, also can. If you have it with yourself, also can.
So is still that Advaita still?
No. Don't judge it first. You see it as an energy.
Okay.
Energy first. The form second. Energy first, form second. So it can be in the form of Swami, it can be form of you, it can be form of anybody, your guru. But the energy that is all are one, that knowing is from God.
I'm trying to digest that, brother. I'm trying to understand.
Sure, I understand. So just say to yourself, I am one, and sing the song. I am all, I am love, I am peace. Just keep saying it. Yeah, when you say it, initially it might be mechanical. After a while, something triggers. A light gets triggered, an energy gets formed. Okay?
Sounds good. I'm on the path.
Great. Thank you. Okay. Maybe I can ask your questions since I got a few minutes. For how many of you, or any one of you, Is this too out of the world for you?
No.
No?
No, no, and
No.
thank you, Brother Julius, for I've known that for a long time, and I used to say that to someone, go, how come? How come? Thank you for coming out like this week and saying all those things about your experiences. It really resonates with me. Obviously, I'm not where you are. Just a little tiny dust, but oh, I love hearing you speak like that. Really, it's light, sound, and the energy of creation, of the essence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings and gratitude.
So great. It's good to hear so many people ready for this experience. Yeah, because this has never been done before. This is something very takes a lot of. I guess maybe I'm used to it. I used to dash. I would just dash. So Swami say go, I would go. Yeah. So I'm glad that you all take this well, and if we all can just progress together in the way the Swami wants, all unity. There's no more fear with anyone, because everyone is part of yourself. Everyone is consciousness. Yeah, that's how I discovered actually about reptilians. Yeah? Because earlier I was meditating so much into consciousness that and all of a sudden I saw a reptilian with consciousness. So I realized that this is God inside, and I am that consciousness. Why not? I'm inside, right? There cannot be separation. So I'm there, and I realized that this is the complete every being, accepting everyone as one, accepting them, not reacting, not judging, not So we move in that way, that be in the light of consciousness, full illumination, consciousness, no fear of anything at all, no fear of fear. Love for the sake of love. Okay. Thank you so much.
One final question, brother. I'm so sorry, I'm this doubtful Thomas. No, but when everything is the same, like the air is all there, and when it is blown into a balloon of one shape or the color, we take that individuals, and then when it is again popped up, we're all one with everything. Then why, when I am in a different balloon shape and another balloon have difference of opinions, is this because of the awareness? Is this what it is? How do I deal with that?
Okay, if you feel another balloon is shooting something at your balloon, well, first of all, it's only your balloon that's getting hurt. The physical balloon. You are not that balloon. You are the air inside the balloon.
Yes.
Yes, you have to remember that. If you know you are the air inside the balloon, whichever shape of balloon comes near you, you don't see difference.
Yeah, please don't take me wrong. I keep asking these silly questions because I need to understand to move on. I just cannot be lectured, but I need to understand.
Of course. Yeah, I hope you understand that. Yeah, it's about the
Yes, brother. If I don't, I'll bug you again.
Most welcome.
That's incredible, sister.
Most welcome.
Well, he brought us all into this group, and that's it about it. We are done. We are going to make sure we all become and go into his stage. Until then, we are not going to leave him alone. That's it.
It's going to happen in so many ways, so many dimensions. This thing it will keep growing. It's going to keep growing. It's not for anything. It's largely to embrace the cosmic self. We need that kind of push to realize that we are one with the cosmic self. So the actual experience will come in many layers for many people. So enjoy these days.
Yes, seeing that everything is same, is wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Okay, Om Sai Ram. Thank you very much.
Brother Julius, can you pass me the host?
Julius from Sai Ram.
Will do.
Jayesh,
Brother Julius.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Julius.
Brother Julius, always grateful, always grateful. Gratitude to you, Sairam.
Sai Ram, thank you.
Sairam, thank you.
thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sairam, thank you.
Thank you.
Sai Ram, brothers and sisters. It's a very beautiful day with all this more information to clarify and all of us moving together. It's beautiful. Feels so blessed and so good. Welcome to Adiparashakti. Let's see what Swami has in store for us today. I want to start with a small video sharing.
हे भगवती महामाया तुम्ही त्रिगुणात्मिका तुम्ही रजगुणे ब्रह्मार गृहिणी बागदेवी सप्तगुणे विष्णुर्पत्नी लक्ष्मी तमोगुणे शिवेर वनिता पार्वती আবার ত্রিগুণাতীত তুরীয়াবস্থায় তুমি অনির্বচনীয়া অপার মহিমময়ী পরব্রহ্ম মহিষী দেবী ঋষি কাত্তায়নের কন্যা কাত্তায়নী তিনি কন্যাকুমারী আখ্যাতা দুর্গে তিনি আদিশক্তি আগম প্রসিদ্ধ মূর্তিধরী দুর্গা তিনি দাক্ষায়ণী সতী দেবী দুর্গা নিজ দেহ সম্ভূত তেজ প্রভাবে শত্রু দহন কালে অগ্নিবর্ণা অগ্নিলোচনা এই উষা লগ্নে হে মহাদেবী তোমার উদ্বোধনে বাণীর ভক্তি রসপূর্ণ বর্ণ কমল আলোক শতদল মেলে বিকশিত হোক দিকে দিগান্তে হে অমৃত জ্যোতি হে মা দুর্গা তোমার আবির্ভাবে ধরণী